Okay, I'll look forward to hearing from you tomorrow. All right, bye. Hey, today's date, February the 26th. It's the day before David, who I just spoke with, has to go to court. And he's definitely going to show up. And even though he's probably going to be disappointed, he's going to show up. And, well, I'm personally curious as to whether or not my crazy neighbor will show up. She probably will, but whether or not she'll show up with her friend, witnesses, John and Terry again, because, you know, she dropped that elder abuse claim, but decided to, you know, still go on with the eviction, even though he's been gone since November 1st now. But, you know, on the 13th, he tried to get his property back, and it was an unsuccessful retrieval. And, you know, that he brought the police with him, everything, and so he's supposed to be showing that to the judge tomorrow. And hopefully the judge will question as to why he did not get his stuff. And hopefully the judge will question as to why my crazy neighbor dropped that elder abuse case, since clearly, you know, she opened it up. So she opened that can of worms, right? I just know no matter what, how it goes tomorrow, he's going to call me and let me know what happens. And he definitely plans on also suing her for everything she's put him through, regardless of what happens, because he has had to endure the court system for the last 4 months. He has had to endure, you know, that restraining order that is bogus. He did nothing to deserve it. He did nothing to deserve being dragged into a courtroom, period. So, you know, even if she just wanted to evict him, she could have done it the correct way and just did the eviction because she didn't like the fact that he wanted a smoke detector in his room. Whatever. I know it. He knows it. The DA knows it. She did it solely because she don't like me, and she felt that by torturing him, maybe, that it would somehow get to me. But when she came home that night screaming into my cameras, ha 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 ha, I won, and her friend John screaming, eat shit and die, bitch. You know, I instantly uploaded that, of course, to Spotify and YouTube and everything else, and gave a copy of it to the DA. But and, you know, the circus tent has been for sale, off the market, for sale, off the market, currently off the market again. And, you know, clearly it looks like I'm stuck with her as a neighbor for quite some time. But in the meantime, she's deriving pleasure out of torturing people just for the fun of it. And I'm doing what I can to help David, because he doesn't know how to fight. And he doesn't know what his options are. So I'm at least letting him know what he can do, even if he doesn't know, because he needs to know. My neighbor is such a bully. And her friends who encourage her to be that way, well, they're just as bad. But in the meantime, yeah, I'm hoping David has a good court date tomorrow, and I'll be looking forward to that phone call. Okay, she's cutting it close. Her, Terry, and John are all riding together, and it is 12:35. Court's in less than an hour. Okay, so yeah, the Crosnoe Circus clowns just drove off, and, well, even though it sucks that David has to drive there in the rain, it's nice to see they got to drive there in the rain. I hope court goes okay for David today. I do. Yeah, it's definitely raining out there. I will never understand how my crazy neighbor manages to convince people to assist her in committing perjury in courtrooms, much less head off in the rain and do it. Yeah. It's just, it's crazy. But I hope David does okay because he deserves to do okay. He's done nothing wrong to deserve any courtroom appearance. And, I wish actually he would have thought, or I had thought, to tell him to get there early this morning and start the small claims proceedings now. And then that way he could have her served, and Terry and John, in the courtroom while he's in there. Yeah, that would have been a nice little surprise. But in the meantime, I hope David does okay. And no matter how it turns out, if for some reason it still ends up he gets the shaft, I hope that my crazy neighbor and her friend John and Terry don't feel like they need to come home and laugh and brag and scream, we won, ha ha ha. It's like adding salt to the wound, David doesn't deserve any of this, and to watch them even rejoice in the fact that they're torturing this poor man, it's sad to watch. Okay, it's like 4 o'clock, and it appears that the Crosnoe Circus clowns have returned. I haven't heard any yelling and screaming of victory just yet. I also haven't gotten a call from David yet, so I don't know what happened. But they definitely got home pretty early from court, so you didn't make it to the so you're in the hospital right now, and you didn't make it to the courthouse, so you don't know what happened, what the judge did. So I will check the calendar tomorrow for you to find out what gets posted, and then hopefully you can pick up the phone. But like I said, I saw their car came back early, and I'm like, hopefully that's a good thing for David, but apparently not, because you're in the hospital. I'm sorry. All right. I'll call you tomorrow. Okay, bye. Hey, yeah. So David did not attend court today. He's currently in the hospital again, unfortunately, at Kaiser, and he was able to call the courthouse, though, and let them know he couldn't come in because he was in the hospital. And I told him, I go, that's kind of like what Linda used to do all the time, but, she wasn't actually in the hospital. So I don't know if that means that the judge continued the case or what's happened, but I'll find out, I guess, tomorrow or sooner, hopefully. As soon as they post it, I'll know. And I told him I'd call him and let him know. And John just left. So, at this point in time, there was no screaming, we won, and fuck off and die, bitch, or anything like that. So that's good. But, yeah, poor David. But at this point, it's kind of nice to know that she got just a little taste of her own medicine. Because, they did have to drive all the way to the Ventura County Courthouse and drive all the way back. And that's like an hour there, an hour back. And so they probably sat down there, and the judge probably informed that he was in the hospital. So either the case has been continued or it's been dismissed. I don't know. I'm hoping it's been continued, if only because he still needs to get his stuff back, And, yeah, but, yeah. Poor David. He's having a rough one. He really is. Okay, I'm just double checking here to see if anything's been posted, but nope. It just shows the one that was due for today. So, I'll check again tomorrow, and hopefully it'll be posted what happened or what still needs to happen. I don't know. I just know poor David. He really is suffering, and it is giving Miss Crosnoe and all the other clowns in that circus a lot of joy. It's like their entertainment. It really is sad to watch. So like I said, I'm glad that if nothing else, David's at the hospital right now getting some care that he needs. Yeah, there he goes. Okay, so I'm here at the Ventura County case information page, and it shows it has indeed been rescheduled to 3/27/2023, March 27th. Hey, good morning. It is actually March 1st right now, and I was kind of hoping in the back of my mind that because David wasn't able to attend, that the judge would have just taken it upon himself to say, okay, so since you've dropped the elder abuse case, Ms. Crosnoe, and clearly the gentleman is not living at your house anymore, let's end this. Let's end this headache. I mean, poor David. I feel so bad for him. So apparently, yes, he's still got to go to court. But that means, of course, she does too. And, he does still need to get his stuff. And if he's not going to get his stuff, well, then just everybody acknowledge the fact he's not going to get his stuff, whatever. But I'm hoping that the judge still has the opportunity, he does still have the opportunity, to reprimand Miss Crosnoe and her friends for intentionally committing perjury on a court document in order to obtain an elder abuse restraining order. And even if he doesn't do that, it's still all documented right here. And so David will still be able to sue no matter what for all the ordeal that he's entailed in the court system simply because my neighbor chose to tell a bunch of lies on a piece of paper. So, all right, March 27th, 1:30, he's due back in that courtroom. Well, I guess on the bright side of the fact that the court case isn't over just yet, it was nice to see that Miss Crosnoe and the rest of the clowns at the Crosnoe Circus were put out inconvenienced just a little bit. And, money for gas. Gas ain't cheap right now. And they had to spend a few hours driving up there and back. So, it was nice to see them have to entail just a little inconvenience of their own and spend a little money. So, but poor David. He's still stuck in that court system, but so is my neighbor. On a side note here, due to that phony elder abuse case that my neighbor had against me and my having a lien on her house, I'm currently actually getting ready to have to go ahead and issue a writ of execution because she hasn't made her payment. And, the house was for sale. It sold. They were going to pay it off, but then it was taken off market because she canceled that sale. And now it's, on market, off market, on market, off market, currently off market, on hold. So, and I still haven't gotten my money. So, I'm going to have to issue that writ of execution against her grandson, Remy Hutchins, and her ex-tenant at the time, Kathleen Curtis, who were all involved in that perjury case against me. So, Miss Crosnoe, she just loves the court system, I guess. You just never know which clown you'll see or what act you'll get to entail when you go to the Crosnoe Circus.